Hello, hello, my dashers. Hello, hello. A little late. Oh, it has been one heck of a day. Um, Lord, I could tell you, it has been something. I'm a little bit late, and hopefully, you all can hear me. But yeah. So this week has been one heck of a week, thanks to the hurricane. Um, Let me see if I can get. Hey, Tim, how are you? Can you hear me? Oh, Deb, Deb just left. I can hear you. That's awesome. Every is it? Mm, what do you call it? Is it digital yet? Is it fuzzy? Hey, Rose. Rose is in the house. Hello, hello. Howdy, howdy. Tim saying hi. Love it. Come on. There we go. Tim's my brother from another mother. A bit fuzzy. Okay. Hold on. I had to get on here really quick because um, Deb and Jeff just got the electricity to Dasherville hooked up. I am completely on grid now. Oh my God, guys. So it has been a journey, and with the hurricane and being out of power for 5 days, being on a generator, um, no, I did not get the door yet. You should have seen me during the hurricane. Making sure the trees didn't fall on, or the garage door blew in, or I mean, it was 75-mile-an-hour winds, guys. Got some tan on you. No, it's the yellow light because I don't have the bright white light. Woo! I know electricity, guys. I have electricity at Dasherville. Finally. I mean, my brother-in-law Jeff hooked everything up. It's unbelievable. I've got outlets. I've got an outside outlet for my kitchen. I've got a plug for the RV that's working, and Fuzzy's being charged as we speak. I'm not blowing out, any kind of we're having to work on just 120 amp for the whole entire house. So I am so excited. Leaving Lisa's now in the car, just finished her home. Yep. That's why she's late. So it's not her fault because I also had, technical issues trying to get, I'm inside the house. The Blue Yeti, it failed me miserably. So I'm not able to go outside and put the internet outside because I gave my Jackery away. So now I have no power outside to take my internet outside. So therefore, it's going to be a choppy one, guys. So it probably will be a short one. A lot of you were on Carol's live yesterday, where I was able to talk about how things progressed for the hurricane. It was insane. It was insane. No Dorian. I keep bugging her. Yes, I am calling. See, here's the thing. I was going to have Lowe's do the door because I get the military discount and everything else. And, it comes with a warranty and it's Lowe's, right? Well, Lowe's contracts this out. And so the contractor is not getting back with me. So obviously, I'm going to have to go with a different vendor. So I made one call that I know, and I do have a contact for another one that I will be calling tomorrow. With the hurricane and everything else, and people being out of power, they weren't in the offices. So, I mean, goodness, it was insane. I had a few trees break around me. In fact, one right in front of my house. I thought for sure it was going to come sailing into my house, and it didn't. It actually broke in the middle. And because of the trees, when it fell, it just got caught up in the other branches of the other trees. So it's just hanging there. So I'm obviously going to have to tear it down, grab a hold of it and yank it down and, put it in with the burn pile for the trees that I took out. But the far as the trees go, they're very tall. And so they were bending up at the top. But at the bottom, they were pretty solid, which, I was looking at the bottom. And so I was pretty happy about that. There are a few trees, though, around town that literally took out electrical poles, transformers. I mean, and these must have been at least 300-year-old trees. And they went falling. So kind of was surprised that ours really didn't have that many down trees this side of the property. I didn't go in the back, but it was nice. Oh, I must have lost internet again. Can you guys hear me? Let me see if I can switch. Let me see if I get a better signal. I can hear you. Oh, good. Yes. Okay, so you guys can see me still? You guys can hear me still? Hi, y'all. Hey, Adele. So, yeah, I was on a generator from Deb and Jeff. It was a gas generator, but when the electricity goes out, so does the electrical pumps that pump the gas. So that was so much fun trying to find gas. I literally, for the first day or so, I had to go all the way to Conroe to get gas. And that's, 40 to 45 minutes away from where I'm currently at. Because at least they had electricity enough to get gas. And the lines were insane. Because there were only a few gas stations open in. Slowly they were getting them back up. But yeah, and they were running out of gas and this and that. Oh my gosh, it was insane. It's so lucky. Lucky's crying. Video and sound good. Oh, good. I'm trying something new. I've never done it in the house and it's very weak. So you guys, I'm really sorry, but we were rushing around to get the electrical done in Dasherville. So thank God I currently have electricity in my house, not off of a, one outlet. I actually have it from my box into the house and running Fuzzy's running, my, the AC's running, the fridge is running. I've got my TV, my everything, my Xbox, all that stuff, my lights, everything is running off of power. So I am currently on grid. And I'm so happy. So I am so grateful to my brother-in-law and to my sister, because mostly my brother-in-law did the whole thing. And I learned at least how to wire a box, and I learned, about different things regarding how it gets into the building, which I didn't know. I never built anything in my life. So how it goes from the electrical box to inside the house, and why did I need to have certain things. And so it was great to learn all of that stuff. But I wouldn't have known any of it, and my brother-in-law did a lot of it. And I can't thank him enough for it, because I got power, y'all. I am finally good to go. Hey, Elsa's in the house. Hello, Elsa. Oh, gotta run trying to get a tree that was hung up in branches dangerous. Oh. Run down trying to get a tree that was hung up on branches and dangerous. Yes, and that's exactly what it is with me. No, you didn't. I hear you. Good. I've been on the road hugging the coast of California and staying cool. Oh, I'm about ready to go up to New England, so I'll be hugging the East Coast. William, my son, is turning 21, y'all. So I'm going up for his 21st birthday. Yay. And I'm also going to watch him drift. He's a drift car racer. I got caught in Oklahoma with no electricity. It was crazy scrambling around town for gasoline. I know. And once no one has electricity, it was so funny, because the one gas station that we have here in my town put a generator on and was running his pumps and everything else, and he was charging, he was gouging at $3.99. And I think somebody told him it's against the law here in Texas to do that during a crisis. So next thing you know, he's back down to the normal price, even though he was still the only game in town, because he had a generator going for his pumps and his payment card for his register. So he didn't have anything else. He didn't have his lights on or his coolers or anything. It was just a small generator, but it was enough to run the pumps, and it was enough to run the registers and credit card machines. So, but he was the only game in town, but he was charging like $4 when normally gas is around $3.09 to $3.15. So somebody, I think, went and told him he's breaking the law there. Yes, we can see and hear you. Oh, thank God. And credit card, debit cards are no good without power. Yes. Gotta have cash in small bills. Yes. This has definitely taught me that having cash in singles, fives, and tens, not even $20, just singles, fives, and tens, like to have at least $40 in, 110, 2 fives, and then, 20 singles. And I know that's a lot of singles, but still, you can always pay signals, and people always has change. And sometimes they don't even have change. They're just like, oh, no, change. Well, fine. That's a few cents ain't going to matter. So I'd rather have 20 singles, 2 fives, and a 10. And really, if you're going to do gas, usually when they have gas available, you're able to use your credit card at the pump. So stop it. Go lay down. Go lay down. Come here. I don't know if y'all can see. Lucky decided to say hi. Lucky's freaking out. I don't know why, but Lucky's starting to be crazy. But I will be leaving. I think next week, Saturday, I will be on the road. So next live will be on the road somewhere. So at least I'll have better internet. Elsa! Hello, hello. How fun. I know, right? I wish anything to be cooler. Oh my goodness. The humidity is what's killing us right now. Yanni! Yay! Yanni's taking her trip. I love it. I've been watching your videos. It's awesome. Savannah, how are you? Very welcome. There's Rose helping out. I love it. I love it. You guys are so good to me. Oh, it's Lucky. Yeah, Zeus is too cool for school, so he's like doing his thing. He's doing his thing. He's like, I don't want to bother with that. Awesome, awesome. Mo Bang. Batman. So it has been the few things that I learned, especially with have cash, definitely. Have at least 5 gallons, so 10 gallons of gas. But make sure it's good gas. So if you know that you're going to have it in for storage, I would put an additive in there just to keep it fresh for a little longer. But after a certain time, I would make sure that I would dispose of it properly or put it in the gas tank or something before, so it just doesn't sit. You don't want bad gas in your generator. I have a generator that is dual purpose, so it is gasoline and propane. So I'm going to switch to propane while I clean out, because there's old gas that's been in there for 5 years. So I'm going to clean out the gas can, everything else, clean out the carburetor, get it all set. I'm going to have two 5-gallon containers on hand. Put an additive in there, and then if I don't use it within 2 months, I'm going to put it in my gas tank and then reuse or refill it. So I will always have fresh gas in those containers. That is the tip. You don't want bad gas. I have 5 gallons of gas that's been sitting in that gas can for 5 years. I'm not going to put that in there. And I'm not going to run a generator that's had gas in there sitting in there for 5 years. All it's going to do is gum up your carburetor. So I'm also going to do the propane, get 2 30-pound propane tanks and run my generator off of propane instead. So that also is a thing. Having a generator is key. And especially, I live out in the boonies now. I'm not in a city anymore. So therefore, I'm the last people that get any kind of electricity at all. So I went 5.5 days. I think my sister was a day and a half. They were a day and a half because they're still in the city. So when you're out in the boonies, you're the last priority. Kind of stinks. Zeus, yeah, Zeus, he don't want nothing. He's like, nah. What are those circle things in the case behind you on the right? These? Right here? Those are my Army challenge coins. Yeah. Those are my challenge coins. I mean, I have to clean them up because they've, it's been a while in storage or whatever, but these are, when you do an attaboy, this is like an attaboy in the military, you get coins from different, organizations of the things that you've done. So for my deployment, for SRTV, from the Pentagon, from, I got so many in here, from 9/11, Task Force Falcon, Kosovo, General's Coin, But they're different Army coins. They're Army Challenge coins. So you can see both the front and the back. I'm slowly getting this place, so you can see, wait, still have a ton of boxes to go through, but at least I'm going through things. I'm inside, so it's still crazy, but I'm slowly getting to move in, as they say. Ahoy, everyone from the foggy, sunny Bay Area. Hey, hey, everyone from the sunny, foggy Bay Area. Karen, yeah, you're in the Bay. It always was. And then, it'd be foggy, and then by 3 o'clock, it's okay. And then by, 7 o'clock, it's foggy again. Another Cascadian. Whoop, whoop. Cool. I know, right? How's your hair doing? I still have a bald spot, I believe, but it is growing. It's growing back, thank God. Slowly but surely. I got a lot of campaign coins too. Yeah, it's basically that. These are just some of them. I have the big, like, huge ones that don't fit into this case. They're around. I'm trying to get everything kind of centralized, and all my ribbons and my medals and all that kind of stuff, put it kind of all together. Box by box, that's what I think. Box by box. Oh man, 60 in San Francisco, but 104 in Livermore. Yeah, that Livermore was always because it's across the mountain. At least the Bay has got, that whole Bay Area has got the ocean breeze off. And as soon as you hit that mountain, Livermore. I used to live in Livermore. I used to live Foster City, Redwood City, San Mateo. Let's see, San Ramon, and San Leandro, which is on the Oakland side. And then I moved to Livermore. And oh man, that was such a difference. It was so nice around the bay. But I mean, you got the fog on the peninsula, but then you've got the coolness and then heat in Livermore. Totally agree with you. Trying to get out of there. Miss Yes, Deb is trying to get out here. She misses being 3 minutes away. Because our houses were literally 3 minutes away. So we were always, she'd stop in, or I'd stop by. Mostly she'd stop in, whether she was going to or from work or somewhere or whatever, just for a few minutes to say hi, whatever. And now we're 40 minutes away, 45 minutes away. It's kind of sucks. Oh, thanks. Hit the like button. Oh, thanks, Rose. I keep forgetting to ask. Hey, Turtle. I'm glad to see you're safe. Oh, glad you're keeping on. I mean, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I just got electricity back yesterday afternoon. So, and I've been out of power since Monday. So it's a lot. And then my brother-in-law helped me. He installed all the electric here, so I'm so grateful the fact that I don't have to worry about is the line gonna get water in it, or this or that, because now I'm on my own box, my complete own separate electric box. So it's running the 200 amps. I've got my breakers in. I've got, my 30 amp for Fuzzy, so she can get charged up. Like I said, Blue Yeti really let me down, so I have to buy another Jackery just to have a spare battery backup, which kind of stinks. But the best part of having Fuzzy inside the garage is that's my battery backup. 200 amp hours, 1500 watt inverter. I mean, at least I have that. I mean, I could plug into her and at least survive. I don't know if I could do 5 days. I would really have to cut back on a lot of stuff in order for Fuzzy to maintain 5 days. But that's at least why you have a generator. So that's going to help you do what you need to get done. So rise slowly. Oh, very slowly. You still fit into your formal. Yes, I do. Actually, don't laugh. But a bit tight in the pants. No, I actually do fit into my uniform. Because believe it or not, inside this whole mess here is my duffel bag with all of my BDUs and my greens, my dress greens, and I never got dress blues. So I just had my, dress greens because I was public affairs. So we always had the skirt and the shirt and the, the little thing and and I still have my beret and my buttons and pins and everything. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi. I was stationed at a naval station, Treasure Island in the Bay in the 80s. No way, really? Navy. I grew up in Wisconsin, so we had the Great Lakes Academy, Naval Academy there, or Naval Station. Yeah, Chris. I'm sorry. Yay! What happened to the Blue Yeti? I don't know. Honestly, I had to shorten it, and I knew how to fix that. So it was just the pins inside one of the ribbons were not connected properly. So I opened up the back of it and pushed it in. It wasn't set all the way. So I fixed the DC part of it, but then I charged it up to 100%, and then the storm hit, everything else. I had my, I think it was the fan. I had my fan on low, which was 65 watts. I had a 600 watt Blue Yeti, the EB3A. So 65 watts. I said, okay. It went down to 19% and then crapped out. So I took the Blue Yeti. I went over to my sister's because my sister had electricity. I plugged it in. Now, normally when you plug it in, it fast charges. I mean, literally within an hour and a half to 2 hours, the Blue Yeti is 100% charged. And it was at 19%. It was in there for an hour and a half, and it only got up to 30%. So I'm like, okay, something's not right. So I haven't picked it apart to see what's going on. And quite frankly, it's really not worth my time. It was very unreliable to begin with, and I'm not happy with it. So I will just go with the Jackery when it's on sale and call it a day. Here's Gypsy living in everywhere. I know. See, my sister, which is Deborah there, she always calls me Gypsy Rosalisa because I always like to just go travel, just explore. I don't care where it is, when it is, whatever. Just get me out there. Let me learn new cultures, new things, new whatever. And so my dad actually coined it Gypsy Rosalisa, and it just stuck throughout my whole year. So this is what my sister calls me. Hey, Nora, how are ya? Whoop whoop, dancing away. Nora's in the house. Woohoo! Nora's the wonderful painter that painted inside my van. Y'all saw my special place. for my New England painting. See, at least I don't call it a print anymore. It's not a print, it's a painting. Much love. So I will be leaving. Oh, I'm probably gonna leave Saturday. I have to get up there. Will's birthday is the 23rd, so I want to spend. It's gonna probably. I don't want to just drive all the way straight through. That's really tough on me. It's about 23 hours to get up there. Even 10-hour days are really tough. So I'm thinking if I leave on Saturday and get there by Monday night, I should be good because that'll be about 8 hours a day, 9 hours. That'll be more doable than, you know, doing, a straight shot or, sleeping for only 2 hours or whatever. I'm getting too old. I used to do it when I was younger, but honestly, I'm going to do it in 3 days probably and get there Monday night because, I want to enjoy it. I don't want to just have to run. I can take out Fuzzy. So I will be taking Rickshaw for this trip because I don't have a garage door and she's locked in here literally. Like there's boards and everything. I can't take that apart just to take her out and put it all back. It's insane. So literally she is walled in here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see her. Can you see her? Oh, she's of course you can't see her. There she is. You see her? She's over there. Right there. And as you can see, there's the opening to the garage door. Right there. So she's locked in here. Until I get the garage door, I can't get her out to do it. So I will be leaving the big pup here, taking Zeus, and we are going to go right up to New England for a week and then come back. Yeah. So that's what we got. You learned your lesson. I sure did. It's not a print, it's a painting. Big Jackery on sale. Prime Day is Tuesday. Yes, Prime Day is Tuesday. So I'm going to actually put up my Amazon store, which gives all of the things that I use in my van, all of the things that I recommend for travel, for van life kitchen, van life bathroom, everything else like that. So I'm redoing my about page. So I will be posting all of that so you can see my Amazon store. So if you're interested in getting anything like that, it'll be there. And yes, I do get a commission. It's, affiliate marketing. Nothing to you guys. You already know the whole spiel. Just helps out the channel. Now, so why the backup. Yes, in my minivan, haven't had issues yet. Absolutely. I mean, it's good to have. I was using Rickshaw, believe it or not, for the refrigerator for the first 2 days because I could easily run it and recharge my battery and it was lasting no problem. Rickshaw was handling, and I've got, it's a 75 amp hour battery. It has 110 watts on the 100 watts on the solar on the roof. I can use also my engine to charge the battery. So it kept everything fine. So I was using Rickshaw for my fridge until I found, and I was using Fuzzy. But then when I can't charge Fuzzy, I was like, okay, look, I can't use Fuzzy. So let me use Rickshaw because I can always just run the car outside and charge up the battery. Yeah. So yeah, having a battery backup is awesome. It is worth having. I do have to agree with you on that. None did. No rain came. Okay, here's the thing about the hurricane, which was really interesting for me. Okay, because I have never really been inside of a hurricane per se. This was my first one. So the outer bands come in and literally downpour. I mean, you can't see 2 feet in front of you. There was so much rain. There was some wind, but it was mostly rain. Okay, when you get closer to the eye, it's not much rain. It was more wind. Like the rain almost kind of stopped, and then all of a sudden, the trees just started going crazy. So, yes, things did hit the roof. Things hit the house because there were branches that were either dead or flying around or whatever. Didn't damage the house, but still left a bang because obviously I don't have anything outside of the insulation. That's it. So scared the crap out of me. And I'm sitting there going, oh God, please don't fall on my house. Please don't fall on my house. Please don't fall on my house. And I had no power. I was living off of, no, I had the generator at that time. I got the generator just before the storm hit. Because believe it or not, I think we actually got our power out the day before. Because I did last one day on Fuzzy's power, on the Blue Yeti power, and then the Blue Yeti crapped out. So I was like, well, that does that. I'm not going to trust that. And that's when I decided to pick up the generator, was the next day after. And whew, I'm looking out that window just praying that no tree fell on my house. And there was a tree right in the front that cracked right in the middle. I thought it was going to come sailing towards the house, go right through my window, or, something was going to fly inside the garage door and rip the plastic and this and that. And I thought all these bad things, and nothing happened. Yeah, I had a few bangs, things falling on the roof, but no leaks. There was a leak at the garage door, of course, because there's no seal there, guys. So I had towels down and things like that, but it wasn't like a gush. It didn't flood anything. It stayed right there. It was just a small little area, and that was that. But boy, I was crossing fingers and toes. It was something else. But the house was sturdy. It's made to last 145 hurricane 145 mile an hour hurricane winds. But that's by itself. Now I added, I think there's 2.5 inches of foam insulation on the side and 4 inches of insulation in the roof. So adding that also not only gives you a better R value, but it also makes this metal building sturdier. So I mean, I think 160 miles an hour winds. This didn't even move, didn't creak, didn't do nothing. The windows were not clattering or chattering or anything. I mean, it was solid. But boy, them trees were scaring me. Not going to lie. Yep, have an auxiliary battery and power station. And believe me, the Blue Yeti was working great. I was charging my battery, my laptop and everything else, and it was running fine. But when I went to sleep with it on the fan, and it went to 19% and crapped out and has not worked since. Has not worked properly since. Can't count on it. Something big about to happen to Blue Dragon. Something big about to happen to Blue Dragon. I missed it. Yeah, who's Blue Dragon? Oh, that's right. That's the name of the minivan. You failed my prize drawing. Blue Dragon. I'm like, that's his van. Something's big about to happen to your van, huh? What you doing? Putting a pop top on. Hence why you need to get your garage door. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, there's Deb kicking in. Rickshaw is my Cascade camper. I have not sold my 2001 Ram ProMaster City Tradesman, my first camper van. I still have both. So Rickshaw is the name of my smaller camper. Fuzzy is this 1500, Ram 1500 here that's in the garage. See, Rickshaw, I get 28 miles an hour, 28 miles per gallon, whereas Fuzzy only gets about 14 to 17 if I'm lucky. So, well, I shouldn't say that. No, it's around 16 to 18 miles per gallon. So, cheaper for me to bring Rickshaw for sure. Yep. That I do know. Yes. Yeah, Rickshaw is the smaller one. Is my smaller one it's my Cascade camper. Yay. Karen Hart has one. Annie and Spence has one. Those are my Cascadians. We call ourselves Cascadians. I can't keep track of all the damn vehicles. I know, right? We all have so many. Well, Carol has 3. Now she has 3. Adele. I didn't name mine because I haven't felt. Well, there you go. Hey, when you know, you'll know. I just knew mine was Rickshaw because you get from point A to B in style. That was Rickshaw because zips fast, goes fast, A to B, small. There you go. So that was Fuzzy. Well, that's an honor for my mom. She always believed, do what makes you happy. So makes me happy. So I call, and Fuzzy was her nickname. So that's why Fuzzy got her name. Oopsies. Good for you, Rose. Oopsies. That's funny. Oopsies, Gypsy. I told Ivan K to look for a big brown turd going down the highway. What you gonna call it, turd? Greetings from Catskill. Hey, Linda, how are you? Catskill from the Catskills. Linda, not currently in Texas. Dropping a link for everyone. No, I'm too cheap to put a pop top. I'm too cheap. Hint, hint. Okay, so it has to be. I'm not. No, I am too cheap. To, hint, hint. Okay, so it has to be something fuzzy. The nickname for my Ram 1500. That's the name, Fuzzy. Between you and Carol, you own enough vans to open a dealership. I only have 2. Carol has 3. I should be selling mine, but I love it too much. In fact, I think I just got an inquiry and I just happened to glance at my email. I think somebody just emailed me today about it. Oopsies would fit perfectly. Oh my God, I was thinking about you during the storm. You're very resourceful, and I'm glad to hear yesterday on Carol's Live that you got through everything unscathed. Thank you, Donna. Well, here's the thing. Being out of the power wasn't that big of a deal for me because, quite frankly, I live in a van, y'all. I mean, we do our business in a bucket or, a container for the number ones. We cook outside, which I already do anyways. I have a nice kitchen outside. I shower outside in a privacy tent. I boil my water and have that, and have a USB chargeable thing. I don't have the modern conveniences of a normal home. Biggest convenience for me is having the electricity on a box, like I'm on grid. So that's like awesome for me. But I have a small fridge, everything else. I mean, my fridge is 0.8 amps, which ends up being like 96 watts. All these things are, how do you say it? I'm used to being like this already. So when the power went out, it wasn't that big of a deal for me because I'm used to it, where a small generator was enough for me to live for 5.5 days because I only used 2 fans and a light. And I used the AC very sparingly, but thank goodness because it wasn't, I have the insulation and it wasn't like clear skies where the sun was beating down on the house. My house has light roof and a light outside, so I don't soak in the heat. And with the insulation and the AC only running for an hour and a half, and then I'd shut it off so the gas wouldn't be consumed that much. I was comfortable for 5 days. Everything else was normal for me. It was just I had to manage and maintain the gas generator. That was the only difference. But it was basically like living in my van in my home for 5 days. So it wasn't that much of a stretch. So I kind of have it easier. Like my neighbor, they have an RV and they were like, oh, they had to be all bougie. Me? No. I was living like that already. Nothing really changed except my electricity, instead of coming from one little outlet, was now coming from a generator that I had to feed gasoline to. That was all that had changed for me. And I think that because of van life, that helped me do that. But thank you, Donna, for thinking of me. I really do appreciate it. It was hard because I didn't have internet now for, it was like the first 3 days. I didn't have internet. Out of the 5 days, we didn't have internet at all. Like you couldn't even get a signal. It was that bad. The first thing they did was get internet up. Thank goodness. I'm coming up, I think I'm leaving Saturday, coming up that way. I plan to be up into Rhode Island by Monday night, and I'm coming up the Appalachian Way. I'm not coming up the 10 because the 10 has too many tolls, honestly. And the Appalachian Way is a nice scenic route, pretty much in between. It's the Appalachian Trail, following the Smoky Mountains and all the mountains up to New York, and then cut over through, and then get up through Stamford, Connecticut, and all the way back up to Rhode Island that way. The 10 cost me like $130 when I did the tolls one time. And the way Appalachian Trail way cost me $4.50. So I'm taking that way. I don't do the 10 anymore because it's just too much. So which side are you on? I have to look where Catskill is. Maybe we can have lunch. Woo! Please and thank you. Please thumbs up. Aw. Pulling into our drive. Oh, thanks, Deb. Thanks for letting me know that you made it. I appreciate it. Carol got a new van. Well, Carol got I think Tiny Camper's Toyota Sienna, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right, Tim? She got a Sienna. She's in the Sienna. Yeah. See, I was right. Yay. I know she was thinking about it. I don't know either. Going to go to my park, pack up for the night, everyone. Have a good week. Stay safe. Oh, thank you, Adele, for showing up. I know I came in about 8 minutes late. I do apologize, you guys. Trying to get, things up, and you guys can still see and hear me okay, right? I'm not too bad, right? Yes, stay hydrated. Absolutely. Have a great week. We're leaving for upstate New York and heading to Massachusetts tomorrow, and we'll be near Rhode Island. Oh, right. No problem. Awesome. Yeah, I'll be there Monday, and I probably will leave the following Sunday. So I'll be up there. Well, Saturday and Sunday, I will be at my son's drift event. So I probably won't leave till Monday or Tuesday. Because Saturday and Sunday will be his drift event, which I'm attending. So I'll probably leave Monday-ish. So I'll be there Monday to Monday. So yeah, absolutely. I'll give you a call. Absolutely. Be nice to have lunch. We can go to Iggy's. I love Iggy's. Best lobster roll and clam chowder and clam cakes you're ever going to get. Clam chowder. Chowder. Lobster roll. Oh. Can't wait. Woohoo. Yeah. So, yeah. This week it's going to be cleaning out Rickshaw and get her ready for her big trip because she hasn't been on a big trip in a while. So I'm going to, besides that, she needs to also get registered anyways. She's due for registration at the end of August, but I want to make sure that she's good to go for the trip. Tires checked, things like that. Cleaning her out, getting her ready, getting her packed up because she's not packed up. I took everything out and put her in fuzzy. So now I've got to pack up Rickshaw for the trip. Luckily, because I have a home base, which is great, I get to pack per trip. So I'll be able to take the things that I need. My son wants to build out his truck into, have a bed and a little, power station and, to charge his things, a little table and stuff like that. So I'm going to help him build that out while I'm up there so he can stay at his drift events when he goes without having to go back and forth and leave and come home all the time. So I will be helping him with that. But it's also going to be his birthday on Tuesday, so I'm sure he's going to go out with his friends and, things like that. So that is what's going out. Lobster and chowder. Oh, you know it. Iggy's is the place. Iggy's is the place. It's in Warwick, but it's near the Narragansett Bay. So it's like, oh yes, it's yum yum. Give me some. So I will definitely be having that. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much what happened during the hurricane. I survived. Dasherville survived. Out of power till yesterday afternoon. And now I can say that I'm no longer on one outlet anymore. I have 200 amps coming into my house. Whoop, whoop. So now I don't have to worry so much about power conservation as far because, what I have anyways is low wattage anyways. So it's just being able to live and comfortably live without having to unplug this to plug this in, to plug this in, to plug that in. So I'm pretty excited about that. And that's all because of my brother-in-law. And I appreciate him very, very much. So yeah. Thank you all for coming. That pretty much does it for this week. Next week, like I said, I will be doing it. So I will be doing content. I tried to upload the videos. I have to do that while I'm in a city because out here, it would have taken me 17 hours to upload an 8-minute video. Yeah, that ain't happening. So, I will be uploading videos, trust me, because I have to. Stay safe, hydrated. Have a great, blessed week. Please hit the like on your way out. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rose. I hope you all have a good week. Thank you, everyone. If you're moderator, please drop your links. And for those that are watching the replay, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that comes in. I miss you guys so much. I'm sorry about last week, but we had literally had to get the house ready for the storm. And it was just cutting it close to be able to get everything done before the storm hit. We were actually getting outer ring storms while, ahead of the storms. So last week, that's the reason why I had no live last week is, as you know, I have crappy internet already, let alone try to do a live, with crappy internet and a storm. That's just not going to happen. That's why I canceled it last week. Yes, Etsy. Nora does not have a YouTube channel, but she does have an Etsy shop. Wonderful artist. If you want an original painting, very, 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 very talented. Please go check out her shop. Well worth, the purchase. I love my painting, and can't say enough about it. It reminds me of New England, my time that I lived there, and it's just so beautiful. You won't regret it. Smiling away. So thank you very much to all my moderators. Thank you very much, Dashers. I do appreciate it. I'm going to call it for this week. Thanks for sticking around and dealing with all the sketchy internet and everything else. I appreciate you more than you guys know. And I will see you all next week. I can't wait to talk next week. I will be on the road, so I'll definitely have better internet. And I'll be doing it probably from rickshaw. So in a Love's somewhere, I'm sure. But I'm not going to push it. I'm probably just going to do 8 hours per day. I'm not going to do 10, 12 hours like I used to. I'm just getting too old for that kind of crap. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you all. And as always, stop dreaming it and start living it. Bye, you guys. I love you all. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay safe out there. Bye.